So how many here knows what a state machine is? Everybody. What am I doing here? Oh, maybe not everybody. My name is Johan Lundberg. I'm an iOS developer at MugPlus. So I'm working with Edward, who was speaking about the IAs. And we are working on a product called Semble, which is our new intuitive drag and drop tool for creating dynamic apps, which is as easy to use Keynote to make apps, but it's simple apps, so you still be in business, I guess. But that's what I do during my daytime. So what's a finished state machine? Well, I mean, state is to like we could say that the storyboard that we have on in Xcode, every view controller is a state. Somebody would probably argue with that, but I think it's a good representation. Every view controller represents state, and then you have transitions in between them. That's kind of state machine. And we find them in Apple APIs, maybe without thinking about them. Like the UI button has a UI control state to know if it's pushed down or released. And Gameplay Kit, for instance, has the GK state machine that you can use. It's fairly complicated compared to what I'm going to show here tonight, but it's already there without us having to think about them. And why do we use them? It's because, well, for example, at MugPlus, I started to do a download of the assets that we have in our app. And Edward told me that you have so many flags here, you can't control things. It's you're going to have an event and it's going to crash, do something that you can't control. But showing that that example, I will show you that in the end. But maybe it's easier to. I had a big trouble to find out a good example to show you how can I easily show what it is. And I found this reading about state machines, this example, which is inspired by Robert Nystrom's book. And it's actually online, you can read it. But it's more than state machines, it's about game programming in general. So I made a little example that I'm going to try to live code here if the demo gods are with me. This is Xcode. Can you see this? Yeah, presentation. So this game that I made, it consists of a hero that he could jump, he could duck, you can make him stand or dive when he's in midair. So what I set up the touches here for this Sprite Kit demo. So when I touch those buttons, I just make him do the things that I wanted to do. It's pretty simple. Right. Well, it seems to be working. He can jump. I can make him stand. Make him dive. Duck. Make him stand again. But there's a problem with this because I don't want him to be able to do air jumping. I mean, jumping is one state, but air jumping, that's not what I want. He should only be able to jump once. And I showed my 11-year-old son this, and he said, but he's a superhero. Of course he can air jump. Oh, no, that's going to destroy the demo. So we need to take that away. So how do we control this? Well, so when I did the downloading to our client, I kind of solved it in this way. And Edward told me that maybe you should solve it in another way. So what do? You use a flag. It's jumping, you set it to false. And when it's jumping, you set it to true. And when it touches ground again, it becomes false. So no more air jumping. So the case closed. Let's try that. Right. There. Oh, only one jump. But, oh, something is happening here. There's some kind of bug in this code. And also, I don't want him to duck while he's jumping. And I definitely don't want him to be able to dive when he's ducking. So I need to fix that too. So what do? Well, I just put in another flag, so he can't duck when he's jumping. So I have my flags here in my code, and I'm checking is not jumping, is not ducking. I set jumping to true, and I jump. And things are getting a bit hairy, and to know exactly when things are true and false, and when things happen. But I guess it's going to solve my case for controlling the ducking part. So let's see if you can duck when he's jumping. I push the jump, duck. No ducking. Okay, stand, jump, no ducking. That's good. Stand again. However, he can still dive. I just wanted to dive when he's jumping. So jump and dive. That's what I want to, but not duck and dive. So back to the code. We need to solve this. And I'm lazy, so I do as I always do. I use the same principle. Now I have 3 flags. Is jumping, is ducking, is diving. And my criteria is to find out if it's working or not working is it's getting more and more complicated. And I guess, and I have a pretty good guess that this code is buggy. Even though, actually, when I sat down and wrote this, I think I'm almost as smart as the main person. It was difficult to get things in, to know what was happening in different during different states. But let's see if this works better. Here. Well, I can jump and dive. That's fine. Oh, standing. Can I dive now when he's standing? Oh, that's controlled. No diving while standing. Duck is fine. How can I dive? No, it's fine. It seems to be working. No, I can't jump. Oh, that's correct. Because I can't. Yeah. Dive, no diving. Jump. Duck. Yeah, but he's still falling on his stomach when he's coming down to the ground. And the code, well, it's not much code, but and maybe it doesn't look difficult, but it is difficult to read and maintain. And I know there are bugs in here because I every time I push the button, I need to find out if the criteria is correct. What kind of state is he in, and so forth. So back to the presentation. So when we have too many flags, it's time to start about state machines. Because if you have a state machine, here we only have one state instead of having multiple flags in this game, simple game. And what I want him to do is to follow these rules in the different states. I'm starting by going to standing. And if the user pushes jump, I want him to jump, of course. But if I push jump here, I don't want him to jump again. So I want him to come back to standing when he touched down. Maybe that's misleading. It's when he touched the ground. That's the touch stand event. When he's jumping and the event dive comes, he goes into diving. He touches the ground again, he stands up. From standing, he should be able to do ducking, and from ducking, he should be able to do standing. Pretty simple, but also pretty powerful. Let's see if we can put that in code. Yeah. So we need those states and those events through an enum, two enums, the state enum and the event enum. I need my states for standing, jumping, diving, and ducking. And the events that are going to happen is tell them to stand, or even transitions, touch, stand, jump, dive, or duck. And my state machine, it's nothing fancy. I mean, you can do a state machine with just a bunch of switch statements, which is what I've done here because it's the simplest way of doing it. And it's actually much more readable. Yeah. So what I do, I have a handle action function that sends the event that is coming in from the user. I switch on the state, because the user is in a single state, and I maintain that state in this variable. And here I implement the state diagram that I drew earlier. In case he is standing and I get the action jump, oh, he's jumping. In case he's standing and he gets the event duck, I allow him to duck. In any other case, I don't do anything. And I switch that over all the different states he might be in. He might be in the case jumping, a state jumping, in the state of diving, state of ducking. And I just switch on the events that are relevant to that particular state. And let's see if it works better. I realized that doing this also that you can't see if I'm pushing the button. So it's just a small animation. You see now push the button, and like this, there's no double jumping. He's just jumping, and we touch the ground. He gets the event that he touched the ground, and he stands up. It seems to be working perfectly. Can he dive when he's standing? No. But he should be able to dive when he's jumping, and then stand up again. Duck, dive, no diving from ducking, but he can stand. He can jump, dive, stand. It's a very funny game, but at least it tells fairly well what the state machine is. Yeah. So why is it good to use state machines? Well, they are more predictable, definitely, than using flags. More stable. It's easier to model and easier to implement. But it's not a silver bullet or anything, because if it gets too complicated, they won't even help you in that case either. And also, the way we use it, our state machine that we have currently in our app has a few more states. I use a Swift state machine, which is an open source project available on GitHub. It's very small, but you could easily. And Edward told me to. Why don't you make your own state machine? But I like that one, so I use that. And the way we handle it is just we start our app, and the app has many pages that it's going to show, but we just start by showing the first page, of course. Or if we don't have it, we download it. Or we at an event open the last viewed start page, analyze the page availability. If it's not there, go to downloading, waiting for download. The user might click on another page or another link, so we cancel it and go back. But this is all there is, and it is fairly stable and easier to maintain. I will not dive into the details of this, but this is how it looks.